What are we doing today, Vivi? Yep. Let's go give it a quarter oil change. Alrighty. Today's job. It's going to be this. I have severely neglected the old girl. Probably haven't done an oil change in 3 years, something like that. I mean, it hasn't done a crazy amount of work, but yeah, she definitely needs it. Today we're going to do an oil change. I think I've actually got a new fuel sender as well for the fuel to go in the fuel tank, obviously, because the fuel gauge is a bit dicky. Sometimes it doesn't like, I mean, anything under half a tank kind of just shows empty. So we'll get onto that and just give it an oil change and general service. All right, let's do it. Alrighty, just for anyone curious, this is a CF Moto 400cc. It's got the CVT transmission with the big belt, so there's no gears on it. It's just high range, low range, reverse, blah blah blah. It's actually been a really good quad. It's done way more than it should have around here on the property. Having the tow ball is its worst enemy, I reckon, but gets the job done. Anyway, let's get stuck into this, get the oil changed. Before I go too crazy, I better make sure I got all the filters and oil and stuff, eh? I know I did buy it a while ago. I've been meaning to do this for a fair old time. Alright, little great wall of oil. Where are we? Alright, there's the CF Moto stuff. Quad. Okay, I think that's for that. Should be an air filter somewhere. I know I did buy an air filter. Alright, I mean, the oil is the most important stuff we got. Filter there. Beautiful. Alright, we're in action. Right, there's my sender unit, fuel tank, and yeah, with the air filter, I do actually remember I changed it a while back because I did a big ride. We used to live up the north of Australia. Went on a big long ride, and it was very dusty, so I changed it then. I'll probably just give it a blowout this time. Yeah, obviously seat off. Nice little collection of junk there. Air filters in there. I believe all the oil goodness is in here. Yeah, so oil filters in there. There's obviously a dipstick to check it. And we'll get underneath and drain that oil. Alright, here we are underneath. I seem to have a bit of a coolant leak. I'll have to investigate that. Anyway, oil drain right there. 17 mil on this particular one. I'll probably have to move you a little bit so I can get the drain pan under there. There you go. I mean, the oil's not even that dirty, but gee, it's been a long time since I've changed it, so better off just doing it. Just let that drain out. while that's draining, we'll get this filter changed. Got these 3 8mm bolts here, which will take off the filter housing cover. There'll probably be a tiny bit of oil that drains out of here, so just make sure you got your pan under the whole thing, as you can see. So you got your O-ring, which is on there, and there's your oil filter right there. I just like making sure the parts I've got are exactly the right ones, which that looks to be. Right. 2 hands for that. Yep. Same thing. There you can go in the bin. Yeah, I'm just gonna give that a clean up. Obviously put the new O-ring around there, then we'll reinstall that filter. Yeah, forgot to say, there's the part number for anyone playing at home. If you got a CF Moto 400, hope that can focus. Anyway, pause that and work it out. Just like a bit of brake cleaner does the trick nicely. Like a new one. There's a part number for the O-ring as well. He goes over there. And that's it. Let's take this and put it in. Just make sure where the O-ring sits is nice and clean as well. Filter should just slide in, like so. So you need to push it over the shaft where that rubber is. Here's our cover. Now what way, can't even remember which way this went, but I'm sure it doesn't really matter. All the bolt holes line up, it looks about right. Just give it a little nip up evenly, like so. That's it. Oil filter installed. Alright, it's finished draining pretty well. Put the drain plug back in. Same thing, just remember it's aluminium housing. Obviously the plug's steel, but don't go crazy. It's got the copper washer on there, so it'll squeeze down easy enough. Just give this a bit of stop the drips for now. It's always good wiping stuff down after you install it, because then if you do have a leak, you can see it easier. Here is your dipstick, which is also your engine oil fill point. So let's get that out of there. Your dipstick. I do believe the capacity is around 2.5 litres, something like that, with the oil filter. So here's my outrageously long funnel, but it gets the job done. We'll put some oil in. Yeah, so anyway, I'm pretty sure you don't need a tutorial on how to fill up things with oil. Just do it in stages, check it with the dipstick, get near enough, or pretty close to full, then you want to start the bike. Obviously put your dipstick back in, start the bike, make sure there's no oil warning lights or anything like that, and then do a final check after you've run it for a bit. So let's do that. Right. Let's do our first check. So these screw-in dipsticks, you also need to screw it in the whole way to check it, so don't just dip it in there and check it. Not even on the dipstick yet. So more oil. Alrighty, you probably won't be able to see it. We're right about there. So I know because we've changed that oil filter, it's gonna take a little bit to fill up that again. So I'm just gonna put another little glug in, and then I'll fire it up and get that circulating around. Obviously you want to be kind of paying attention to warning lights and stuff. It is actually quite empty because I've been running it low because I want to do the sender unit, but it normally blinks like that the whole time. I'm going to just let that sit for a couple of minutes, then we'll do the final oil level. Yeah, quite low. So you can see after running that, got oil about there now. So it filled up all the filter housing and everything. So yeah, we'll just put another gurgle in it. What do we got? Bang on full. Right there, perfect. Oh, right there actually, rather where you can see it. This looks good to me. Oil change done. Let's, we're going to tackle sender unit. Might just have a look at the air filter and make sure it's not dirty. Give it a blowout if it needs. Never really understood this air filter lid. You got just the normal clips over here, but over this side you got two little Phillips heads. So yeah, I don't know why they didn't keep everything the same, but it is what it is. Let's take this lid off. Yeah, look, I'm not even going to worry about that. That's pretty damn clean. So there's a little, like it's got a little foam cover over it. It's like a paper element air filter, but yeah, that's super clean. Like I said, I didn't do it that long ago. So I'm going to put that cover back on, and then yeah, let's have a go at taking all this plastic junk off and get into this sender unit, I guess. All right, let's see what all this is about. Here's my sockets. 8mm, that'll be 10mm, surely. Alright, that is off. Okay, fuel pump, fuel sender I believe, so that's easy enough. Alright, so there's the sender unit, like I was saying, that's the one I need to replace. So, as I said before, just have a look. Make sure everything looks the same before you start undoing things. Which, yeah, that looks pretty bang on, I reckon. Got your rubber under there. Same plugs all the way down there. Let's get that swapped out. It's quite funny, I was running it quite low on fuel because I didn't know where the sender unit was. Sometimes in the side of the tank, sometimes they're underneath. But this one is nice and easy up the top here, which is fantastic. Give him a bit of a wipe down. Awesome. Plug it in. Cool. Well, the fuel gauge is still flashing because we are quite empty, so that'll be awesome. I'll put some fuel in it when I get it all back together and we'll see if it's doing the thing. Now that the sender unit's in, I'll just bang everything back together quickly, all the plastics and whatnot. Actually, before that, I'll just show you while this cover's off. So this is your radiator right here, if you ever need to top it up. And there's your brake fluid in there. That one, so that front cover down there, that one, just sits over the front. It comes off easy enough to check all that stuff. There's my old sender unit. I'll just leave that there for now. But yes, like I was saying, I'll just get all these covers off, and with the magic of film, all that will be together. There you go, back together. I'm gonna put some fuel in the tank now and see if that sender unit moves, or like the gauge shows a bit different. I think this, I think the fuel tank's like 15 litres or something. Like, it's a lot bigger than 5 litres than what I'm putting in, but yeah, should still be able to see a difference on the fuel gauge once this goes in. Alright, moment of truth. Oh yes, well, we've got 1 bar, that's good. That's a good sign. I don't know if the camera's actually picking that up. Oh, 2 bars. You beauty. Well, I'd say we're fixed. I just want to give it a super quick hose down, get rid of the oil and stuff, and we'll go for a spin, test her out. Right, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know I love this stuff, WD-40 or CRC, whatever. That degreaser is quite harsh on the aluminium and stuff like that, so I always just love going around and lubing everything up. But yeah, I'll just give it a quick spray. Alright, let's go for a hoon. Might go grab the bins in. Bin man just came. Well, there she is, guys. Good as gold. Yeah, look, this was a very minor service. Hope I'm not upsetting anyone by not getting into the extra things like, you know, diff oils and stuff like that. There, we get front and back diffs. Bleeding the brake fluid, yada yada yada. Checking the battery. I don't know, do batteries still have water in them these days? Not sure. But yeah, it's going good. Yeah, it's very minor service, guys. Just did what I needed to do on it, and pretty happy that it's got clean oil in it. If there's anything you want to know about them, whatever, specs or whatever, just comment below and I'll do my best to answer them. And yes, like I say, thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one.